morning, it's Jamie, the crafty DIY guy. Welcome to my channel. Now, I am super excited for today's video because we are focusing on industrial design. I happen to love industrial design and I try and incorporate it into my home decor often. Industrial design is very adaptable and can easily be worked into modern farmhouse, shabby chic, transitional, and sometimes even mid-century decor. All you have to do is adjust the way you paint it and the way you style it. Let's get started. And of course, before we get started on that video, I want to say thank you to all of my long-term subscribers. You guys know who you are. I appreciate you so much. If you're brand new to the channel or just checking it out for the first time, maybe even YouTube recommended the video, thank you, YouTube. Then of course, I want you to stick around and become a long-term subscriber as well. Thank you all so much. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. Let's get started on that video.
All right, everyone, and for project number one, we are going to take two of these framed mirrors that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I absolutely loved these the moment that I saw them. I'm also going to grab some nautical rope and also some wood beads. I have some that are already black. You could certainly paint some wood beads if you needed to. I'm then taking my nautical rope and I'm going to cut it into two pieces or two equal lengths. And then I'm going to tie a knot in the same place on each one of the ropes at the very top. Just kind of keeping enough of kind of like a finger hole's worth at the top there. And then I'm just going to pull everything real tight to make sure that everything is even. Now I'm going to take my nautical rope and I'm actually going to glue it down to the sides of the mirror. The great thing about these mirrors is that the frames are very similar. So the spacing is pretty easy to figure out. I'm going probably, I would say, about an inch down. And I'm going to glue that down on either side of the mirror, kind of like so. Then I'm going to take a wooden bead and I'm going to also glue it into the area right where the rope and the frame meet each other. This is going to give it the illusion of this being metal hardware that is actually helping to hold this mirror up on the wall. Once that part was done, it was time to burn the ropes. This is my favorite part of working with nautical rope. I guess I'm a firebug. This is what they look like when they are done and hanging on the wall. I think that addition of the rope and those beads really elevates this and gives this such a cool modern industrial look. This could definitely sway farmhouse, and I am going to be on the lookout for more of these mirrors because I would absolutely love to do an entire grouping in my dining room with nothing but these mirrors on the wall. And for my second project, we are going to be working with a Scorch pen and one of these wooden pencil holders from Dollar Tree and also your heat gun. Now, if you're not familiar with a Scorch Marker, you should definitely look them up on Amazon. It is such a fun way to create. Courtney from Creative on the Cheap actually told me about these and I thought that it was too good to be true, so I had to buy some. They retail for around $19 and that's for 2 pens. And literally all you're going to do is start drawing your design onto whatever wood surface that you want to do. As you can see for mine, I'm just doing some simple straight lines and then I'm going to go through and add some dots. Once I'm happy with my design, then it is time to start burning. All I'm going to do here is just take my heat gun and literally just start applying heat to my design. As you can see, it's starting to get darker and darker. This is literally scorching the wood. Whatever chemical is in that Scorch pen, it is allowing that wood to darken and to be scorched. This is such a cool way to do any kind of design that you want on any kind of wooden pieces. This is great for signs. You can write your name with it. You could do random designs kind of like I've done here. And as you will see, when you hold the heat gun to that area that you've scorched with that pen, it will get darker and darker until you have the color that you like. I also took my Scorch pen and just traced it around the top and ended up also scorching that area. I wanted to give my look a little bit of a farmhouse vibe, I guess you could say, so I am going to take some white antiquing wax and I'm just going to go over the design really quickly with this. Now it looks a little bit heavier, but I did end up wiping some of this off. And then I took my heat gun once again, I retraced on that design and scorched everything all over again. And as you will see, it turns out so cute. I love the way this looks. It is such a cute little planter. It has an earthy element because of the wood. You could certainly go over this with a darker antiquing wax if you wanted to. I think there could even be some fun ways to paint this and stripe it. And I think I'm kind of addicted to the Scorch pen now. Next DIY, I'm actually going to be incorporating some of these wood carving blocks from Arteza. Now, these are designed for carving kind of wood figurines or anything like that, but for me, I'm actually going to just use these as a base for my project. What's cool about this package is that they come with 4 smaller pieces, kind of like this, and then they come with 1 larger, chunkier piece. I'm going to be using some of those other pieces in a different DIY for an upcoming video, so stay tuned for those. I took some of these styrofoam stars and I'm just going to skewer them. I did them at 3 different lengths because I want to create kind of an industrial knick-knack, if you will, that is going to be displayed on a tiered tray or in my living room. For those, all I'm going to do now is just mark the spot on the actual wood piece where I'm going to be drilling my holes. I'm going to do this with my power drill or my electric drill and simply just drill down right through the wood. I made sure that my drill bit was the same size as those wooden skewers. That way everything would stand up upright and nice and straight. I did also add in some hot glue just to make sure that everything was nice and solid. Because these stars are styrofoam and I am going to be working with spray paint, I want to make sure that the stars will not melt. If you use spray paint on styrofoam, a lot of times it will melt the styrofoam. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge and I'm just going to go over all of my stars with a nice heavy coat of Mod Podge. I did this on the fronts, the sides, the backs, and then I went ahead and just covered the sticks and the base while I was at it because I thought it would be fun. And literally after everything dried for about 24 hours, I then took it outside and spray painted it. I'm using a flat black matte color that I picked up from Home Depot. This is kind of their generic version. This can was only, I think it was $1.50, and it is a really good spray paint. I actually really like this a lot. After everything was done and dried, I took it inside and this is what it looks like. I absolutely love this so much. It is such a cool industrial kind of a knick-knack. And my friends at Arteza helped me create it by providing that amazing little carving wood block that I could use for really anything I want.